my name is Jessi. I volunteer with Hands to Heart Center as a yoga teacher. Hands to Heart Center is Boston's only nonprofit yoga service organization that serves the most vulnerable populations, including students in high poverty schools, homeless people, women and children in domestic abuse shelters, those recovering from addictions, young people with disabilities, migrants, veterans, those incarcerated, and more. Hands to Heart Center believes in bringing the healing powers of yoga to those who have least access to it and would benefit the most from it. On behalf of Hands to Heart Center, I'd like to thank the Boston Public Library for partnering with us in creating this virtual yoga project. Again, my name is Jessi, and I teach with Hands to Heart Center. One of my favorite things to do when volunteering with Hands to Heart Center is visit schools in Boston. I love sharing yoga in the classrooms. And while we cannot see each other in your classroom today, I'm really glad we can still have some time to practice together at your very own home. This yoga sequence is designed for upper elementary and middle school students, and it is suited for anyone who would like to do it. You do not need anything other than the space of your wingspan, so making sure your body can take up a full amount of space. You can see that I'm standing on a hard floor. That's totally fine. If you have cushy carpet in your house, that might be really nice for you too. I do yoga with my bare feet. Feel free to leave your socks or your slippers on if that makes you more comfortable. One option that you can have is a beach towel, bath towel, blanket, jump rope, maybe really long shoelace would work. So I have my llama beach towel here that we'll be using. This is totally optional, will be kind of fun to use, but no need. So if you'd like to grab something, feel free to pause this video and resume it when you're ready. And we will get started. Yoga is all about breathing and moving and putting those two things together in a purposeful way. So everything we do today is going to involve making shapes with our body and putting certain kind of breath with it. So to start, we're going to begin with one of my favorite breaths to do, especially while I'm in school. It's called the letting go breath, and we're going to do 3 letting go breaths. The letting go breath is in through your nose, so you take full breath of air, fill up totally, and then you sigh it out through your mouth. So a sigh like you would at the end of a long school day, like, phew, it's all over and now I can relax. It's a noisy breath because we're sighing out in relief through the mouth. So in through the nose, out through the mouth, 3 of them. Let's go for it. Inhale through the nose. Let it all go through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. And the last one, can it be your biggest sigh? Inhale through the nose, fill up totally, and sigh it out. So we'll come back to these letting go breaths throughout class. But let's start to build on by using more motion in our bodies as we breathe. So you're going to start by breathing in and reaching your arms out, up to the sides, palms are facing up, till you're totally full with air, and then exhale, you're pushing the air down. Squeeze your belly to your back. Inhale, reach up, fill up, and then exhale down. We'll do 1 more of these. So palms flip up, arms reach out, fingertips look electric, and you exhale as you come down through the center. So changing it up a little bit, we're going to inhale as we lift up and exhale to push out to the sides. Inhale again, palms press upward this time, all the way up to your shoulders, and then exhale as you go out to the side. 1 more, inhale, exhale, and changing it up again a little bit. So arms start the same way, inhale, and then exhale to press all the way down. Inhale, bend the elbows, lift the fingertips up to your shoulders. Exhale as you squeeze all that air out. Your belly button goes to your spine. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the air out. Now we're going to put all those movements together. So I'll be doing everything along with you. You can see me on your screen as we practice together. So press those feet into the ground. Feel really steady. Your feet are like suction cups. Your head feels like it's reaching up to the sun. This time of year, there's like those really beautiful daffodils in Boston, and they're like reaching upwards towards the sun. That's what we're imagining our bodies do. So pressing down into the ground like suction cups, reaching up, that creates a lot of length and space for the air we're about to take in. So we're going to combine all three of those movements that we did. Let's go for it. Inhale, palms reach upward, arms are straight overhead, and exhale as you lower. Squeeze all that air out. Inhale, arms come up to the chest. Exhale, push, 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 like you're pushing the walls away from you out to the side. Inhale again, elbows bend, hands come up to the chest, and exhale all the way down. We'll do this a few times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press down. Squeeze all that air out. Flip those palms over. Inhale, up to your shoulders. Push the walls away. Inhale again, up to the shoulders. Exhale down. We'll do this a few times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale as you push down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Draw those hands up to your shoulders. Exhale as you push them down. One more time. Inhale those arms up like you're lifting up the sun. Exhale to push down like you're pushing through mud. Inhale up. Exhale, push those walls away. Inhale to lift as you fill up with air. And let it all out. And just let your arms relax down by your side. Your feet are still heavy on the floor. Your head is lifting like that daffodil up towards the sun. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. Yoga is all about creating awareness in your body and tuning into your feelings. So how do you feel after doing a bunch of breathing? Just enjoy a moment of stillness. So let's keep moving our bodies here. We're going to do something that loosens up all of our joints. So the main joints in our body are places where bones come together, and we have ligaments and muscles that hold them in place. And we're just going to bring some activity and energy to those places. So start off by, you can leave your arms down by your sides. You might also want to have them on your hips. Whatever is most comfortable for you. You're going to stand on your left leg and take your right leg and step it behind you a little bit. So you're on your toes. So if you can see, I'm on the ball of my foot. And I'm just going to start circling my ankle in any direction, smushing down through my toes and just circling out the ankle. And then switch directions. Bring both your feet back to the ground. Now you're stepping the other foot behind you. And you're going to do the same thing. Ankle circles in one direction. Smooshing down over the toes. And then switch the direction. All right, bring feet back together. And you're going to put the toes so they touch. You're taking your hands, you're going to put them directly north of your knees. Fingertips pointing in, bend your knees. And you're going to start to circle the feet, the ankles, and the knees. Every time I teach this one in school, there's a lot of giggles. So go ahead, if you're giggling at home. So the ankles are spinning, the knees are twirling, and the feet are moving a little. Try the other direction. So you're just moving whichever way you didn't already go. Last one, come to stand, release those hands. Step your feet a little bit wider. And we're going to start like hula hoops. So these are hip circles. We've done ankle circles, knee circles, now we're onto the hips. Knees can bend or be straight, arms are kind of just flopping around. You can also have them on hips. Whatever is most comfortable for you. This one's really good if you've been sitting in front of your computer a lot today. Take it in the other direction. I also love doing this one in school because you're sitting in chairs and desks so much of the day. Nice to move these hips around. All right, and pause there. As you can see, we're working from the bottom of the body up. We've gone ankles, we've gotten to knees, hips, and now we're just at the bottom of our spine. So if we think about our spine as a whole bunch of little vertebrae, small bones stacked on top of each other, we're gonna wake up all those bones and the spaces between them. So to start, we're just gonna twist gently from side to side. Twisting the spine in one direction and the other. And my arms are just flopping around here. This is often called empty coat sleeves because it's like I had a coat on and my arms weren't in the sleeves and I was just twirling around and letting those sleeves flop. So empty coat sleeves. Your arms are just going along for the ride. A few more in each direction of these twists. All right, and then just let yourself unwind, come back to still. We can move our spine in a few ways. We've just done twists. We can also go side to side. So to do that, go ahead, take your hands, clasp them together, put them above your head. I'm keeping my elbows bent a little bit. You could also straighten them, totally up to you, but make sure your shoulders are relaxed. They're not up here near your ears. They're nice and relaxed. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and then bend to the side as you exhale. So you'll feel a stretch on your side body, like your ribs are stretching, your waist is stretching, even in your shoulder. And then inhale, come up. Big breath through the nose. Exhale as you go to the other side. Squeeze all that air out as the side stretches. We're actually making one side of our body long by doing this. Do one more in each direction. So come through center, inhale, exhale to the side. Inhale through center, exhale through the side. Release the clasp of that hand and then just shake your hands down. All right, we can also move the spine in a curvy kind of way. I'm going to show you from this side. So what I'm going to do is make my spine curl. So to do that, I'll let my arms be on the front of my thighs. I'm gonna sit back, like I'm gonna sit in a chair, so I'm setting my hips back. I'm gonna see if I can make my spine into a letter C, like there's this big arch, and I'm looking straight up. And I'm gonna bend far forward as I can until I tuck my head and then round my spine like a camel and come all the way up. So I got my hips come back, my spine is making a big arch, I'm looking up. Finally, I tuck my chin, my shoulders curl forward, big, big rounding in the spine, and come up. We'll do that a couple more times. Big round through the spine as you go forward. I love to bend my knees here, it helps me out. And as curled as you can get coming up, head is the last thing to lift. One more time, so take those hips way back, arch the spine, head up, curl the head forward, shoulders are rounded, all the way up, head is the last thing to come up. All right, so we've moved our spine in several directions, gotten that woken up a bit. We have not forgotten about the wrists. So with your hands down, circle the wrists as you lift up. And see if you can go the opposite way with the wrists. I'm going to bring those arms down. All right, we have a few more areas left to do. The shoulders are next. So take your fingertips, place them on top of your shoulders, and we're going to feel like we're drawing circles with our elbows. Can our elbows come all the way down, forward? Could they reach up to the ceiling, all the way back? The biggest, juiciest circles you can make with your elbows. And reverse direction. Release. Final circular motion that warms up and moves around our joints. we're going to be thinking about where our spine ends and our skull begins. So right behind your ears, that is the top part of your spine, and your whole head just sits on top of it. And so to get into that little area, we're going to imagine drawing circles with our nose. So whatever your favorite colored pen is, you have one of those on your nose, and you're just drawing circles. So small circles with the nose. This isn't a big neck roll, just nice and gently. How smoothly can you go? Tracing circle motions with the nose, and then you'll go the other way. One more. And you're in center. Nice. So we have moved through all the major joints in our body, our ankles, our knees, our hips, our spine in several ways, our wrists, our shoulders, and the very tops of our spines by using our nose. I love to do this, especially on rainy days or when I've been sitting a lot, because it just makes my whole body feel alive and awake. So let's keep going with some movements here. You're going to be again standing on 2 feet. I'll show you from this side. You're going to reach your arms forward, like you're reaching out of this towards the screen. And you're going to sit yourself down like there's an imaginary chair. So my knees are bent, my hips are back, but I'm reaching forward. I'm reaching forward towards you. And I'm going to lift up. So let's take a breath on our inhale, and an exhale as we lower. This is the chair position. An imaginary chair is behind us. Inhale up, and exhale as we go down. Inhale up. And this time while you're up there, clasp your hands together. Exhale as you go down. You're going to slice through the air and look to the side. So your arms go to the right as you look to the right. Inhale up. This time slice to the left as your gaze follows your hands. Inhale up. And we're going to continue slicing through the air with our arms as our knees bend, our spine twists. Inhale and twist. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Let go of the arms, reach up with the fingertips, and release down. All right, take an inhale, arms reach forward towards me. Exhale, back into that chair position. Let's see if we can stay here for 3 breaths. So inhale through the nose, and exhale it out, 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. You might feel your legs getting a little bit fiery. Just one more breath. Inhale and exhale, 1. All right, reach all the way up, lift, and release all that. I think we could use a couple more letting go breaths here. Let go all that heat we just felt in our legs. So again, 3 letting go breaths. These are those noisy ones, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's do it. In through the nose and sigh. In through the nose. Let it all out. Final one, biggest breath in, loudest sigh. All right, so you are in your space. Feet can be touching or, a few inches apart, whatever's most comfortable for you here. All right, I'm going to show you what we're doing from the side. You can stand facing me still. So from this side, we're going to reach our arms up on an inhale like we've been doing. We're going to bend our knees so much, and I bend them a lot, to where you can put your fingertips down on the ground. And then you want to take your right foot and you want to step it back. So you're on the ball of your right foot, your whole left foot is on the ground, your fingertips are on the ground. And this is a lunge. Your back leg is straight, your front leg is very bent. You can stay here, and there's some other options. You might take one hand to your thigh, the other. You might take your hands to your hips, remembering that your front leg, the left leg, stays straight, the back right leg stays long, and lift up those arms. This is a warrior pose, sometimes called a lunge. It symbolizes a lot of strength. Let's take 3 breaths here. So you're pushing into the ground with your feet as you reach up with your fingers. Make sure your shoulders are far away from your ears. Inhale. And exhale. 3. Inhale. And exhale. 2. Inhale. And exhale. 1. All right. Take the hands, bring them back down to the ground. I need to bend my front leg more in order to get my fingertips down. I step my back leg and I slowly come up. So that's a lunge or warrior 1, very strong pose. So take your right leg and move it to the side. We're in a wide position now. So toes are a little bit pointed out. You're gonna take your hands to your hips and bend your knees. This is the horse stance. You might also like to have your hands on your thighs, fingertips pointed down towards the floor. And what we're gonna do here is just some shoulder dips. So while we're in center, we're gonna have an inhale, and then you're gonna drop your left shoulder forward as you exhale. And come up, and drop your right shoulder, and come up, and straighten the legs. Bring the feet back together. And we're going to turn the other way. So we're going to do our warrior on the other side. So let's build it up the same way by breathing in, reaching up. Exhale as you fold forward. Remember, you can bend your knees as much as you would like so that your fingertips can come to the ground. When you feel steady there, step that left leg back. It's straight. The front leg is bent. You can stay here. You can bring hands up to your thigh, hands up to your hips, or reach them up towards the sky in your strong, proud warrior. Just like we did on the other side, let's take 3 breaths here. See if we can reach up, big inhale, and exhale the air 3. Inhaling through your nose, exhale 2. One more time, inhale. Press into the ground with those feet, and exhale. Nice work. Fingertips come down to the ground. You step that back leg forward, and you slowly come all the way up. We're back into that horse stance. This time, reach your arms up so we look like a star. And take an inhale. Exhale, as you bend your knees, bend your elbows. You're coming into what we're going to call cactus. So my arms look like a cactus goal, or like a football goal post. So inhale as you reach up into a star position, and exhale down like a cactus. Inhale, reach up, and exhale down. One more time. Inhale, reach up, and exhale down. Slowly reach everything up. Lower those arms. Bring your feet back in. Let's do 3 letting go breaths. So inhale through the nose. Sigh it out. Second time, inhale. And then sigh it all out. Once more. And nice. So we just did lunges, warriors, and our horse stance. Now we're going to start to put all of those things together and move a little bit more quickly. In yoga, we would say we're flowing through this. So again, I'll be doing everything with you, and you'll recognize it. We're just going to be putting things together a little bit quicker. All right? So you can stay facing the front of the room. I'm going to face the side so you can see me. All right. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale as you bend forward, fingertips come to ground, right leg steps back. Inhale, reach up for warrior. Let's do those cactus arms with warrior. So exhale as you bring your arms down by your side. Inhale as you reach them back up. From here, take your back foot. You're gonna pivot it down so you are in horse stance. So straight and reach up, you're in the star position. Exhale to lower. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to lower. Now, your front leg stays where it is. You pivot your back leg, and you're in the warrior on the other side. Inhale as you straighten everything. Exhale as you become the cactus. Inhale to straighten everything up. Exhale to become the cactus. Back leg spins down. You're in the cactus stance with horse legs. Inhale as you raise up. Exhale down. Inhale as you raise up. Exhale down. So again, back leg comes up. We're pivoting. We're back to our warrior with cactus arms. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to lower. Let's pivot that foot down. We're in our cactus. Inhale to lower. Exhale down. We're turning again, so we're back to warrior. Inhale and lower. Back to cactus. Inhaling to star and lower. You bet. Spinning back to our warrior. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Back to cactus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Back to warrior. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And back to cactus. Inhale, and this time bring the hands down to the thighs. Let's do a couple more of those shoulder dips. So inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder comes down. Inhale, center. Right shoulder comes down. Inhaling all the way up. And relax the arms. Bring those feet back together. I think that if you did that really fast, that would probably look very cool in a TikTok video. So I asked you to have a blanket, a towel, shoelace, rope, something if you wanted. So here's where we're going to use it. If you don't have it, I'm also going to show you what you can do. So if you've got something, you are going to grab it so that your hands are about, let's say 6 to 10 inches away from your body, like mine. And if you don't have towel, blanket, jump rope, you're just gonna have your hands out. So you'll imagine that you have something there connecting your hands. You can totally do all of this without it. So we're gonna move our shoulders around, coordinated with our breath, of course. So inhale as you lift up all the way over your head. Exhale, can you draw your arms behind you any amount? They might come all the way down, they might not. And then you inhale as you come up overhead again, and exhale to lower. We're gonna do this a few times. So you might find as you inhale up, if you widen, if you give yourself more space, you're able to go further behind you. Inhale as you come up, and exhale to lower. If you don't want to widen the arms, you're still inhaling to come up, and exhale as you go up. Maybe you just don't go the whole way. You go till you find like a nice stretch, and then you come back. So lots of options. Inhale as you lift, and exhale as you lower. Inhale to come up, and exhale to come down. Now you're going to keep your right arm exactly where it is and lift your left arm. So you're coming into a side bend. And bring one arm down, lift the other up, so you're on the other side. Again, if you don't have something that you're holding onto, you're just imagining it there. So inhale through center, exhale as you turn to the side. Inhale through center, exhale to the side. Now we're going to inhale as we go up and over and start making big circles. So right arm lifts up and over. So you're just going in the same direction, big circles. We'll do 2 more this way, really letting the body loosen up. This is really relaxing for the shoulders. And let's switch directions. The shape of the arms stay the same, you're just going the opposite way. Giving the shoulders a little love like this is awesome if you are writing a lot, if you are on a computer a lot, if you're holding a video game console a lot, if you do a lot of dishes and chores at home. Our shoulders, everyone's shoulders, need a little bit of loosening up. So this can be really helpful. All right. And one more. So starting again with the towel or rope, whatever you've got in front of you, you're going to lift up towards your right, and you're twisting, and you're going to come down. Gonna lift up towards the other side and come down. So here, from your waist and up, you're moving to the side. So let's do an inhale in the center and an exhale as we twist. Inhale as you come through center and an exhale as you twist. Inhale to come to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to come to center and exhale to twist. All right. You can get rid of the towel, whatever you've got. My nice llama is going to the side for now. All right, so we're going to do one quick balance before we start to come towards our rest. So balance is also movement. So wobbles and wiggles are totally fine. And one reason we practice balance in yoga is because it can help with our concentration and focus. It can help us tune out distractions. So this can be really helpful when you're in school needing to focus. Also helpful at home when everyone might be home and you need to focus on some schoolwork that you're doing or you're trying to rest and be quiet. So balance is a great thing that we practice in yoga because it's really fun and it has these great benefits of helping us focus. So your arms come out like a T. My palms are facing down. My shoulders are not next to my ears. They're just nice and relaxed. And I'm going to start to lift up my left leg. Let me just put it down like I'm dipping my toe in the water. Like, ooh, is it warm enough? Do I want to go for a swim? A couple of times like that to start to establish your balance. And then I'm going to see if I can like kick it behind me. And then kick it forward. And kick it behind me. Go whatever speed feels good to you. It's going to be a little bit different for everyone. I find if I go sort of slow, I have a few less wobbles. I'm more likely to balance. You can continue with this, or if you want, the next time you kick back, see if you can also lower your body so that your belly and your chest and your face start to head towards the floor. My arms are still out to the sides. And it's like I'm an airplane. So I'm pressing through my standing foot, I'm pressing through my hands, my back foot, and I'm continuing to breathe. Maybe stay for 3, stay for 2, stay for 1, and gently move yourself out. Relax those arms. Give them a little bit of a shake. We'll try this on the other side. So we're in balancing airplane. This time I'll face the other way just so you can see how it looks from the side. I think this side would be better for you. So make sure you're standing on the opposite leg that you were just standing on. Arms come out to a T. As you lift and lower, again, like you're testing out the water. Is it warm enough to go in for a swim? When you feel stable, your knee stays up and you can start to kick it to the back. And bring it forward. Just gently breathing as you do this. You might straighten your leg or it might stay bent. Totally up to you. And I find when I'm doing balance, it's really helpful to choose one thing that I'm looking at and one thing that's not moving. So probably not your sister or brother running around, but something that's still. Keep going with this, or if you want, the next time you kick your leg back, can you leave it there as you start to tip forward your chest, your shoulders, your belly, and so you're in a balancing airplane. Definitely feel myself wiggling and wobbling little bits, and I know that's helping my balance. I'll stay here for 3 if I can, for 2, and for 1. All right, slowly coming back down. All right, I need 3 letting go breaths after that. So in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. In through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. And in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. All right. So if you had a towel, blanket, anything like that, it's an option to use it now. You don't need to, but I'll show you with mine. So I'm just folding it up so it's smaller. I'm going to use it as a little bit of a cushion. Okay? I'm going to come down onto my knees. So even if you don't have this, we're not going to be on our knees for very long, but I find that it's helpful because we're on a floor. And that's hard. Okay. So I'm going to reach my arms up. I'm going to tuck my toes under. And I'm going to take an inhale here. And as I exhale, I'm just going to sit back like I'm sitting on my heels. And as I do that, I'm bringing my arms forward. And I'm going to reach up on my inhale. And exhale to lower down. Inhale as I go up. And exhale to lower down. We'll do one more. This is really similar to what our body was doing when we did the chair, except we're now just like in a different space. We're on our knees. They're still bending. All right. And from here, I'm going to take my arms down to the ground. If you have your towel or blanket, you might move it up a little bit. I'm going to come all the way down onto my belly. And the way I have my towel set up is that it is underneath my elbows. My elbows are underneath my shoulders, so they're not farther ahead, and they're not like squeezed back. They're just underneath my shoulders. My shoulders are away from my ears, and my hands face forward, palms are down. So if I look forward at my arms and hands, they make like the number 11. And I have the shoelaces, part of my feet on the ground. My knees, my thighs, my belly are all on the ground. And then again, remember my shoulders are not near my ears. So I'm lifted up like this. We call this in yoga the Sphinx pose. I'm going to bend my knees in. I'm just going to move them a little from side to side, like windshield wipers. Today's a really rainy day in Boston, and every time I look out the window, there's cars driving by with their windshield wipers on really fast. And we're also now going to see if you can just start circling your legs in one direction, so they're both moving. The knees are moving. You'll feel your quadriceps, that's the front of your thighs, pressing down. And as you do this, still you're pressing into your hands so that your shoulders stay away from your ears. And let's reverse the direction. One more circle. And then you bring your legs back down to the ground. Give yourself a quick rest. You might put one hand on top of the other, make a little pillow so your head can be down. You might just lay one cheek down, but just take a moment to rest. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And sigh it out. We'll do 2 more of those letting go breaths. And as you breathe in, feel your stomach pressing against the floor as you fill up with air. So you're breathing in, belly fills with air, and then exhale. You just feel yourself deflate like a balloon. One more. And from here, if you are comfortable on your belly, you may stay. If you're someone who likes laying on your side or your back, you can do that. You could sit up with your legs cross-legged or some other way. We're just going to take a couple moments to rest and be comfortable. So the only thing that you need to do now is find a place that's comfortable for you to sit or lay, where you feel the absolute most ease. Like how relaxed and soft could your body be? Could you melt it into like a puddle on your floor? If you're near something you want to lean on, leaning on a couch, on a wall, totally fine. You just want to be comfortable for a few moments. As you find this comfortable spot, see if there's anything, even one tiny thing you could do to make yourself even more comfortable. In yoga, we always find a few minutes at the end of our practice to rest, and this helps us just appreciate the work that we've done. It's a little bit like digesting your food. You eat a meal, and then your stomach works on digesting it, and it turns into energy. In yoga, we do a lot of movement and breathing, and then we just rest, and we call it integrating. Like we just let our body absorb that nice energy and we have that awareness of whatever it is that we experienced. So let's take a few deep, slow, long breaths, just in and out through your nose in whatever comfortable position you're in. Just feel yourself drawing the air in through the nose, your belly will fill, maybe your ribs expand, your shoulders lift. And as you exhale, the air just like softly leaves your body. Think of a deflating balloon. And can these breaths be the slowest, the longest, most gentle, very deepest breaths that you could ever imagine taking? Each breath slower than the one before it, deeper, longer. Each one even more relaxing than the one before it. And as you take a few more of these deep, relaxing breaths, I'm going to read you a very short poem that's about breathing. So continue to make yourself super comfortable as you take these long breaths. I breathe slowly in. I breathe slowly out. My breath is a river of peace. I am here in the world. Each moment I can breathe and be. I breathe slowly in. I breathe slowly out. My breath is a river of peace. I am here in the world. Each moment I can breathe and be. So whatever comfortable position you're in, we're slowly, slowly, slowly going to make our way back up to standing. So I'm going to count back from 10 really slowly. And your challenge is to see, can you take that whole time to get from whatever shape position you're in now all the way back up to standing. So this is the slow challenge. Can you make it take from 10? Slowly moving your body 9. Lots of time to get up 8. Keep breathing as you move 7. Can you be super slow like you're moving through mud? 6. 5. We're just halfway there. So much more time. Moving yourself slowly. 4. 3. You're getting closer and closer to standing. In 2. Very gently coming up in 1. And everyone standing as we reach 0. Let's end as we began with 3 letting go breaths. Our noisiest letting go breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again. 1 more. Thank you for spending some time with me and Hands to Heart Center today. We cannot wait till we see you back in your school.